In South Korea, the concept hasn't changed much over the past 2 years. Everything still seems bleak. Even before moving in, people were already buying into grand real estate boards. One man was admired not for himself, but for his beautiful wife, who had a great figure and sold guitars. The boss was deceived by his good looks. His wife was once in Thailand, and when Juin got upset, snowflakes fell as she secretly went out alone to eat lobster, despite the hardship. Then, for no reason, someone called Gu. His wife appeared in a scene, but strangely, he didn't bring clothes or money. He acted weirdly, not like a man. The North Korean fruit vendor thought he had given too much. People questioned when Trump would return and whether feelings had changed. His wife tried to explain, but some men just take and don't care. He often acted like a test subject, being ridiculed for taking others' money. He even tried joining beauty contests. People thought he dropped out of school. Meanwhile, his wife was left alone at home, feeling abandoned. Money seemed to be all he cared about. At one point, he tried to reconnect during a loan deal. Buyers saw through his act. Then at the back of the boat, his wife tried fishing, still wondering why things went wrong. She believed that if chosen, life would change, but things only got worse. She rated her impression of him poorly. Out of frustration, she foolishly stuck with him. He ended up with someone else, and she was left narrating alone. Only he could join beauty contests and win. Later, she faked leaving home and recorded a video. She observed the man during interviews and waited for him to make a move. He only mentioned Jae-cho on WeChat, pretending he was interested in the contest. Unexpectedly, the contestant admired one of the students. Once, they almost held hands in a bright moment, but he stopped just before reaching her. He always avoided full commitment. Even his doctor friends thought his efforts only offered short-term fixes, like a weak blue potion. It was a shock. The property they lived in was cold and decaying. She still signed up for tasks and tried living frugally. Men dominated everything, and her resistance was seen as rebellion. She could only rely on shallow professionalism. Fortunately, her focus shifted when she saw him again. In early winter, she smashed something during a New Year fight. He killed another man in a rage. People believed he was just reacting to yet another betrayal. His wife collapsed after spilling hot tea. She had no escape, no path forward. Being single wasn't her choice, it was a misfortune. So she finally exposed everything. Sitting on the subway, she made sure her progress was recorded. The content expanded. She refused to leave the contest. Her husband fled emotionally, claiming someone else made him do it. He feared his wife might read his military books and discover how scared he was of her sweating. He feared she'd return and possibly die. Who could blame him? Deep down, he felt sorry. He hoped someone would say he did his best, but his wife was already slowly pulling away. He tried again, but it was too late. Forget it, he said, wrapping it all up. Somehow, he still supported Dowling with investments. He hadn't even posted the books on the wall. But when the city turned against him, everything flipped. His wife left quietly on social media. The young woman he was with got locked away. His wife had no intention of letting the beauty contest continue. Most men would say nothing, but deep down, they still wanted to play around. Even with past lovers, it always ended the same. He drank herbal tea, sang more than he saved. There was no real struggle, just the pain of knowing she had once been his everything.